blanket that I was holding because she was so hungry she couldn't wait. Weren't you? I think you're being a little exaggerating a little bit, don't you think? Yeah. Come here. I put you some feet over here. My goodness. That hungry. No jumping back in the feed bucket. You got food right there. Look. Oh my goodness. Nummy, 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 huh? Yeah, so I was getting water for the bunnies, and I don't know if you could see, I did not wet my pants. I completely sprayed myself with the water hose and now I am soaking wet, but it's hot out here, so I'm not hot anymore. So I have been having some issues with my mama rabbit, Shadow, over here, my little Dutch. She's not eating her hay at all. I've seen her take a couple nibbles, but other than that, she just doesn't want it at all. And which is normal when you, hang on, I gotta get this water off my face, it's driving me crazy. That's a good sign that they're pregnant, is when their eating habits completely change. So, oh, my hand again, am giving her plenty of fresh grass and plantains and stuff to help. Aren't I? Yep. And I gave her some alfalfa, which I don't normally give to my adult rabbits, but I wanted to try and see if it might help her. I talked to my grandma who raised rabbits, and she said to try that because she's been having some abnormal bowel movements and stuff. It's like clustered in grapes and sticky and not good. So decided to try that, and as you can see in her cage, there's nothing abnormal in there, which is really good. So I think that alfalfa helped a little. So I was hoping that this grass, oh, there's stuff on that one, get that out of there. Hoping that this grass also will make sure she's getting all the nutrients that she needs. But she also, hold on, I don't know if you can see on the back of her a little bit right there, she had this spot that was like really crusted over and red and raw, and the hair was gone on it. She had a patch there, and then she had some on her back, part of which was actually starting to grow back, and so it must have happened before I got her. Anyway, so I started thinking, oh my goodness, it's mites, or it's, you know, who knows what, skin infection, who knows. So I took some Vaseline, and I took her out and I brushed her down real good, and I put some Vaseline on the sore spots. I looked all over in her hair to find and make sure I got it all. And so I've been watching it, and it looks so much better already. I haven't noticed her scratching or itching or anything, so that's why I was thinking, well, it doesn't seem to be mites if she's not digging at herself or anything. But anyway, it's really helped. I sprayed her cage down with vinegar after I took her out and let her play outside for a while, and sprayed her cage down with vinegar water. And I put vinegar in her water, which is a great dewormer and really just helps to make sure that they don't have anything going on. It helps keep them healthy. And I normally do it once a week or every 2 weeks, depending on what you think your bunnies need. Just don't put very much in there, maybe a teaspoon, depending on how big of a water you have, because especially if they've never had it, you don't want them to not drink it. And some rabbits can actually, once they get used to it, will actually drink more water when it's in there because they like the flavor of it. But it really helps. One of my baby bunnies had fleas when I first got her, and I sprayed her cage down with vinegar water and put vinegar in her water, and I have not noticed any issues since. So I kind of wondered if she had a flea maybe and was scratching herself or something, because I have not given her any vinegar in her water since I've had her. So we did try that, and she is pregnant, and it's okay to give vinegar water to your pregnant does. It's not gonna hurt them none. So anyway, and yeah, the alfalfa did help, so that's another thing to keep in mind. I had not tried that before. I didn't know to try that, but thank you to sweet Nana. She knows what she's talking about, huh? Yeah. So I'll keep watching her and make sure it doesn't come back or anything, but definitely helped. So anyway, that's my update for this morning. So Chicky update, had a little catastrophe yesterday. they've all been in my hen house, and it was just getting too hot in there. There's not enough airflow. I gotta get some more windows put in there. Anyway, so I thought, oh, I'll just let them out into the big area. So I catch 22 of them by hand, chasing them around, trying to get them, and toss them outside, only to find out that they're still too little and could fit through my fence. So then I had to go catch them all again and get them back in the pen. So I ended up moving them in here, which is actually my bantam pen, and I've only got 2 adult bannies, which is Rubes and Ruth, which you've already met in one of my other videos. I moved them over to a little rabbit hutch that was empty that I had, and I put them out in my grandma's yard during the day because she's got a fenced off yard. And then these guys are now in here where it's a little more airflow. But I'm telling you, that was a catastrophe and a half. It was a little rough. But they're happy in here, aren't you? Yeah, you're happy in here. So I do have 7 bantams I've got in this group here. And this little hen up there. I've got, I think, 3 roosters that are for sale. So these guys, not my bantams because I'm not worried about that. They're not going to be egg and meat chickens really. But they will be going on a vegetarian diet. So they'll eat any scraps from garden, from kitchen, and seeds and such, because with our autoimmune disease, we need grass-fed chickens and eggs, because these will be meat and egg birds. And especially my mom, it really seems to bother her if she's not eating grass-fed, and it's just healthier all around for all of us. So they are still getting grain right now, chick starter, but I am starting to give them some stuff from the garden. As you can see, I don't know if you can see they pecked most of it down, but stuff from yesterday that I gave them, just clippings and grass that I pulled up, anything that I thought, okay, this is going to have bugs on it or it's something they can eat. I took all the lower limbs off my tomato plants and I gave them all that, and they just went to town on it. Any bad tomatoes they got, they loved it, and I'm trying to get them used to eating that stuff, because once they get to be adults into the laying age, and probably a little bit before that, they will be off grain and completely onto that. And so I will keep you updated with how that goes. My biggest concern is how I'm going to do it through the winter. So I will probably be growing fodder and stuff in a greenhouse for the winter. But for right now, they're going to be getting scraps and any garden clippings that I can give them. So yeah, that's the plan. Oh goodness. The bantams that are for sale, the roosters, they are mottled Cochin bantam mixes. So their grandma was a Barred Rock bantam, and she was an accident. Somehow they mixed it up with my order when I bought all my bantams and got her, but she was a great mom and she had several clutches. And so her mom, so their mom is actually her daughter, and she's half Cochin and half Barred Rock. So that's why she's completely black, actually. And that's why I have a couple roosters in there that are completely black. They kind of took after her. And then a couple roos, and most of my hens, I think, are the mottled. But anywho, so that's the breed. And if anybody's interested in those, I will insert the pictures of the ones that I have for sale. And again, I will have one of the mottled Cochins for sale after I decide which one I'm keeping, because I'm going to keep one of them because my Cochin Roo is, Banny Cochin Roo is pretty well all black, and I want some color in my herd. And we'll see, they might turn all black too, because he had a lot of white on him when he was younger, and then as he got older he just kind of lost most of it, but we're going to give it a whirl. So once I figure that out, I will post which one of the models is for sale, but I do have the 2 black ones that are for sale right now. So anywho, yeah, if anybody's got any questions on that, leave it in the comments. And I'm in Oklahoma, just so you know, in Oklahoma, so just so I don't have any random oh, I'm in Ohio and I'm looking for those chickens, that would be really bad. So, anywho, that's the update for today. Hey, Roogs. How you doing, buddy? See, he's got a little bit of white on him, but not very much. Where's Ruth? Ruth! She's back there, you can hardly see her, but anywho, so these guys have been staying in that little rabbit hutch over there last night, and probably be staying in there until these babies are big enough to go in the big pen and not get out. But anyway, he's a good boy. They're super sweet. They wait on me to come get them and put them into bed, and they're just cutest little things. But anywho, he's found something interesting. He's trying to get her to come try it. She's been broody lately. I've been trying to take her eggs because I ain't got no place for more babies at the moment. But she's been a little upset with me for that. Poor thing. That's probably why she doesn't want to come over here. She's mad at me. But anywho, I don't know if you can zoom in, and there she is. Anywho, those roosters will end up probably looking like him mostly. They might, a couple of them might not be as fluffy. She's not as fluffy. She's not like sleek or anything. I've shown pictures of her. She's still fluffy. She's just not as rounded as he is and the Cochins normally are, because she's a mix. But they'll be in between him and her most likely. And he's an absolute sweetheart. Absolutely love him. They have a really great personality. They're not normally mean. They're really good with kids and stuff. So I love the Cochin breed, especially the Bantams, because they're small and easy to handle.